Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Risky, for beer review number 21. And today we have a beer, very brand new. The beer is called Beer Snob, Belgian Rye Ale from Shillow Beer Company, which is actually from Toronto. Cool shit. Coming in at 6% ABV and a unknown IBU. Unknown because it is not on the can, which looks like this. A very hipster looking kind of gentleman up in plaid, a red and orange plaid shirt with blue jeans and glasses and a little fedora, sipping a beer kind of way. Funny enough, I've been called a beer snob from both my girlfriend and a few friends, and I consider myself a little bit of a beer snob because not many of my friends dive into craft beer, which I am getting them into. When I keep speaking about it and telling them what beers I've had and some of the odd flavors that most people don't really think that beer would go well with, but some of them they do. So let's dive right into it and see what we got. Oh, that just fucking shot everywhere. All over my laptop a little bit. That's okay. Today, Rouge River tulip style glass, as per usual. Oh, a nice bubble right on the top there. You can see. Let's pour a glass. Now, I'm not always a big fan of rye beers, just because it has a weird flavor to me, so let's see if this is any different. That's a decent pour. Good fat head on there. Holy shit. It's a good about 2 finger head. It looks fairly dense. Switch these around. It's pretty hazy, not gonna lie. Can't really see anything through it, through the camera, anything like that. Kind of nice, a very orangey color, sort of like the can. Similar colors. Let's have a sniff and have a sniff and then have a sip. Belgian-y for sure. You know, you got some dark toffee malty notes in there, so a little bit of citrus, like an orange citrus. Very dark, a bit of a smoky malt smell. I think that's what I'm getting. Not toasted, but yeah, smoky for sure. A little bit of rye smell in there. Let's have a sip and then we'll cheers. Definitely smoky. Get the orange in there. Like a smoked orange, if that makes any sense. Not much rye. Usually with rye ales, it has a very distinct flavor. I haven't had a rye ale in the past little while, so I don't remember exactly what it tastes like, but I'm not getting much rye in here, which, and for me personally, I don't mind, because like I said, I'm not a huge big rye fan. But it's quite tasty. Lacing is generally decent so far. Let's cheers first and then we'll read the can. Cheers, everyone. So very slight hoppiness to it, which is nice. It's nothing too potent, but it keeps a nice. It adds a little bit more character to it, a nice bit of flavor. So let's read the can. An intellectually complex brew that no one else understands. With soft hints of indifference and strong notes of irony, this beer is best served in glassware you brought with you from home. Website is www.shillowsbeer.com. So, I have no idea what the hell irony tastes like, and I have no idea what hints of indifferent taste like. Those aren't flavors. That is definitely points off because it doesn't tell you what kind of flavors are in here. It's clever, but I have no idea what the hell flavors are trying to get at in this beer. Like I said, the smoky malts and the orange in there, maybe a little bit of coriander flavor as well. It's interesting. It's really nice. It's very easy drinking. Not super easy drinking, but for the style that it is, it's quite enjoyable for sure. You know, you got it's a nice medium-bodied, medium mouthfeel kind of thing. Yeah, it is quite enjoyable for sure. I like the orange and the coriander notes, and with that bit of smokiness, just adds that bit more of a bold flavor. It's not so crisp, so clean. It's a bit heavier, it's a nice change of pace. I like that a lot, actually. I want to try to find more information on this beer, but I do have their website at shillowbeer.com, and in their beer section they have, they're showing 2 beers: Bitter Waitress Black IPA and Sauce on the Side Brown Ale. I haven't bought either one of those. Still trying to find them in the LCBO, but they don't have this. They don't have Beer Snob. So I'm guessing Beer Snob is quite new. So new that they haven't even decided to put a little description and a picture on their website. Also looking at Beer Advocate, there's no BA score, no Bro score, and it has 2 reviews, none of which have any description. One's rating it a 4.16 out of 5, and the other one a 3.72 out of 5. Both submitted either in late, one was reviewed this past Thursday, and one from last year. About July 8th last year, unless that was a mix-up in the time, but I don't think so. I'm not totally sure. Who knows? If it's really a year old and they don't have anything on the website, that's more points off in, I guess, that factor of like descriptiveness and, you know, like stuff available for people to go on the website and see what they have to say about it. But for the beer itself, I quite enjoy it. You know what? I think the IBUs are probably anywhere no more than 20 IBUs in my personal opinion. Maybe 25 at the most, because they got that little hoppy bitterness, which adds a little bit, not really tropical fruits. No, just like a hint of hoppiness. It's not pinpointing the like grapefruit or pineapple or mango like other IPAs or ales have. I think the Belgian style, you know, it focuses on the orange and the coriander, and then the rye. I think that's where you get your smokiness in here. Now, would I drink this on a hot summer's day? Yeah, I would. But would I rather enjoy it by maybe a fire, like a campfire or something, or even on a chilly winter's day or a nice brisk fall day? Much more enjoyable on the cooler side of things if you're contrasting beer with temperatures of the day and all that, but it is still a good summer's beer for sure. The more I drink and the more that it warms up a little bit, I do get more of the rye flavor. It's more of a I want to say whiskey-ish flavor to it, like a rye whiskey-ish flavor. I haven't drank much rye whiskey, to be honest. It's not really my drink of choice, but that's the most I can assimilate to it, more by smell than taste. And it's not that offensive to me, personally. I know some people, I guess if you like rye whiskey or something, you will have a greater appreciation for rye beers. But I like the Belgian Rye, contrast between the two styles of beer, for sure. but I do like that smokiness flavor I get from it. It makes it a bit more bolder of a flavor, and the name of the beer, Beer Snob, actually goes well with this beer because it is more of a complex. It's not complex flavors, but it's more of a beer snobbish flavor, in my opinion. Kind of thing as seeing how it is in the name of the can. It is the name of the beer. Sorry, it's quite clever. I like that a lot, actually. So it's pretty nice lacing, not too much in the mid section, but at the top, very nice double lace on the opposite end. So let's have our final sip, and I'll give it an overall review. Cheers, everyone. That smokiness gets a little bit more stronger and stronger, and kind of overlaps the orange and coriander as it warms up. Overall, as for the beer and the flavor, I gotta give it a solid. I gotta give that a solid 9 out of 10. Just because the flavor is on point. Everything intermingles very well. It flows beautifully. Since that they are promoting as a Belgian Rye Ale, I wish there was a bit more rye, even though that's not my personal favorite flavor in a beer. But if you're promoting that as a Belgian Rye Ale, add a bit more rye flavor to it instead of it just warming up just in the forefront, as from like the coldest that I guess people fridge it at, and then as it warms up, kind of thing. But for a beer with everything, like with the IBUs in my opinion are very important, especially when you're getting into the craft beer scene. Even though you may not understand what IBUs are or how to gauge them before buying a beer, you can obviously tell that anything, usually IBUs are rated from 10, which is like a Molson or a Budweiser, to 100, which are like the Robo Hops of the world, or that Correlation 2.0 by Flying Monkeys, which is 102. You can really gauge of how bitter the beer is going to be. Usually IPAs are much higher, also with some imperial stouts, and to the lower end of lagers, Belgian style beers, and saisons are much lighter in the IBU department. So also with Belgians. So that's going to be points off in that aspect. If considering all that and also the lack of information on the website, I would drop it down to about a 7.5. But for the beer that it is, it's a 9 in my opinion. It's delicious. It's the flavors balance well between each sip and each temperature that it drops over sipping time. So yeah, with that, solid 9 out of 10 for flavor, 7.5 for flavor and can description and online description. So with that said, this will do it for me, Maple Brewski, and like I always say, grab a beer and enjoy. Cheers.